Hello and welcome to the YTPMV Podcast, where I, soaroz, talk with some of the most popular creators in YTPMV. After a year and a half long hiatus, I'm bringing this podcast back in a whole new format. Every new episode will be live streamed on my Twitch channel, where viewers can ask questions and interact with me and the guests. New episodes will be on an inconsistent schedule, and I'm no longer accepting requests or DMs asking to be on the podcast. With that out of the way, this is episode 11 featuring JoeBro. Joe has been in the community since 2014 and actively making videos since 2015. He has been in numerous collabs and by his count has been sourced in over 700 videos. Recently, he has taken an exit from making YTPMVs, but still plans to be active in the community. In this episode, we talk about platforms, his future plans, and I even tell a bedtime story to little Joe. Additionally, this episode was edited by Torges, whose channel recently got struck down from YouTube. Make sure to follow both of them on Twitter at D4EJoeBro, then that's the number 4, and Torjes at TORJUZ. If you'd like to support the show, consider donating to my PayPal in the description or subscribing to my Twitch channel. Anyways, thanks for listening and enjoy the show. Jump scare warning. I told you it was a jump scare warning. Alright, we're live with the funny man himself. JoeBro, do you like being called the funny man? How do you feel about that?
I don't deserve the title of funny man, in all honesty, Ross. I gotta be real with you.
Why? You're pretty funny.
They're already, well, I appreciate that, but in my opinion, there already is a funny man. I don't know if he's in the stream, but shout out to my boy $99 man. That guy is the true funny man.
Yeah, he fucking is.
Can we get a one in chat for $99 man, my homie?
F in chat.
F in chat. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's come out with some good fucking videos past year or two, like really, like that's something that's really struck me over the past few years, is like the beginning of like somebody beginning YTPMV to starting it to like becoming good. That timeline is like fucking like so crunched up now. It's so much shorter. It's
I know, man.
Yeah,
especially with like when I started out, I wasn't fully aware. I feel like Danny's style of VST YTPMV, I mean, it's impacted me. It's what I do.
Yeah.
But it's impacted a lot of newcomers, because I've noticed, like, when I started, I still use the classic technique of using raw samples from videos. And of course, not knowing Vegas when I started, I didn't know how to do EQing and all that shit.
Right.
But now it's like I see new people pop on the scene who I've never seen before, and it's like, damn, it already sounds good. Like, that's like their first video, and it already sounds better than anything I ever did when I first started out. It's like,
right.
How the fuck, how is that even possible? Like, it took the time to do their homework, man.
I know, it's fucking crazy. And like for me, like, I didn't even learn mixing till like, I don't know, 2019, really. I started this 2013. So I mean, like, people like, it really is that, like, like motivation and shit. Like, I guess in your experience, were you pretty like motivated or demotivated, one or the other? Like when other people were like making a lot of cool shit, were you also making cool shit, or did you kind of do your...
What a brilliant question. And I will happily answer it. I would say,
if you need to think about it, that's okay too.
No. I've come fully prepared.
All right. Also, those in chat, if you have any questions throughout, just let me know, and I'll try to write them down.
Sorry, what was the question again?
No,
I can't. I got it.
Oh, okay.
I'm fucking with you. Motivation, yeah. Like, when I would see other people make cool shit, naturally my instinct is like, I want to make cool shit too. I want to be a part of that bandwagon of people that get recognized for their work. And I mean, I feel like the easiest way, in all honesty, to be motivated in terms of seeing what other people are doing is to jump on a fad, because with a fad it's already like, okay, the community recognizes this source or this song as a fad, and people are kind of like looking for new vids with that same source or song because it's fun to see. So especially in terms of exposure too, because especially if you make something good and people already recognize, whether it's they recognize the song or the source, you kind of have an easier time of showing off what you're capable of and being all like, yeah, I can. Fuck, I keep forgetting this is my dad's laptop. I don't want to break it.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
Don't
no,
break
no.
it. Yeah. But you're totally
Motivation.
right. Like fads definitely are like the type of shit that like propels forward. So sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have looked elsewhere on Discord. Sorry, stream. Anyway, Zarlable messaged me and he asked if there was a VOD. Yes, there is going to be VODs. Yes, this will be uploaded on Spotify and you feast your eyes or your ears or both if you
Am I
but
going to get a cool intro?
yeah, of course.
Let's go! Let's go!
You're always going to get a cool intro. So so I guess to recap, since it's been a fucking fat minute, year and a half since I did this. So what happened basically for me is my senior year of school started, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're about to enter your senior year, right, of college? Or
That's true. Yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
very
So
true.
you know full well like what I, like just the amount of stress that has, and I had a job on top of that, and like
Oh yeah.
just with like everything piled up together, and like I don't know, I refused to have any outside help with the podcast, so I was like, I'm doing everything myself, and I ended up
Yeah.
recording like 3 episodes, and then I was just like, nah, I'm done, and I shouldn't have done that, but also I was like stressed as fuck. But anyway, now that we're rebooting it, now we have this new
Yes.
and what a better time than when, I mean, essentially an exit interview from
Yeah.
you leaving the community. Um,
Well,
but
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving the community. Let me make that very
okay,
clear.
yeah,
I'm not leaving the community. I'm just done making YTPMVs, but I'm not leaving the community
yeah,
because I already, like I stated, like when I was end of 2021, right? I mean, I'll just dox myself right now. I'm still working on the big project that those that know, they know what I'm talking about. Those that don't know will have to wait and see. But even like I wanted to try and get that big project done before I made my exit on videos, but it's still like that. Automads versus Automad collabs versus YTPMV collabs in terms of production, at least in my experience,
yeah,
completely fucking different. A lot more time, a lot more people dropping out and trying to find other people to fill those spots. It's crazy. But I
yeah,
just want to be clear, I'm not done with YTPMV. I feel like the community, especially, I'll still be around. I'll still be watching and commenting on vids. I'll still talk to folks on Discord. It's just with where I am now in terms of my life, um, going off of how you were talking about, going into your senior year of college, it's just, to me, I want to just, I guess, better prepare myself for what's gonna go down once I graduate.
yeah,
Because what I want to do is my goal is to have a job by the time I graduate,
yep,
which is a goal that it's possible, but it's not always the case. I mean, 9 times out of 10 people usually graduate and they like have a good like middle ground where they're like just trying to figure out, okay, where do I go from here? They're still living at home.
yep,
But for me, like my dream job, and I'm just gonna out myself. I don't care as much as people say the show sucks. It's been said for like fucking 40 years now. But I have 2 dream jobs. My number one dream job is to be a cast member or if anything, just to be on Saturday Night Live,
Yeah.
which I know, wow, holy crap, shocker. But also, it's fucking, I'm 1 in 9 billion people on planet Earth, so I know I'm just an ant compared to fucking everything else. So,
Right. Right.
uh, and number two is obviously, and I know plenty of other YTPMV or slash YouTube poofers have said this, is to be on Adult Swim. Shocker! Holy shit! What could you?
Yeah.
Anyway,
That,
but yeah,
but I mean, even if like a lot of people will say that and like say that like yes, this is my dream and like however like I don't know, everybody wants a fast car, right? That's like me
right.
included. Like that's pretty predictable. But there's nothing to knock somebody else for like actually like going out there and like trying, because a lot of people say that they want to
Yeah,
do it, but it's another thing to like go out there and try and like
exactly.
you've obviously like made steps towards that and like you want to do that, so like fuck the haters, just go for it. And like
I
I
just
mean,
applied to
yeah.
six fucking. I just applied to 6 internships, 3 of which for NBC and 3 of which for Warner Media. One specifically for Adult Swim, one for HBO, and then the other one is just I think general broadcasting. But it's easier to just talk the talk and not walk the walk. But I
Yeah.
actually am trying to walk the walk because I know, to reach those goals, it's not fucking easy. You got to work your ass off. And especially if you want something that big, you got to really, start branching out and putting yourself out there,
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do right now. And that's why I've decided, all right, YTPMV, it was fun. It still is fun. It's great. I love the people. I pretty much have had zero problems being in the community. I've never really had a lot of beefs or like a lot of
Toxic
like
people or any of that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a fun ride. I've gotten along with pretty much everyone. I mean, I've had my dumb idiot kid moments because I joined the community when I was 14, and we all fuck up. But that's just a part of human nature. So that's what
Yep.
it's about. Someone
Yep.
in chat also just said, "What is Joe majoring in?" That's actually a question that I appreciate. I'm majoring in, take a wild guess, film. Holy
Oh,
shit!
yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah. So
Who would
like
have thought?
so what really started that interest in film for you?
Ever since I came out of my mom's vagina, I've had a fascination with being in front of cameras.
Yeah.
Um, even you can even look at my fucking baby tapes. Whenever my dad was recording me, I'd always be like, I do something
Right.
stupid, and of course, in the modern age, most people, especially our generation, Ross, grew up with, excuse me, grew up with early YouTube, you know? So a lot of the shit that I saw early YouTube was sketch comedy. Channels like Derek Comedy, my all-time favorite source, Man with 10 Toes 3, um, Charlie the Unicorn, fucking even like cringy shit now, but Annoying Orange, Clay World, um,
And even TV
fucking
shows like Eric Andre and like shit like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, like yeah, Eric Andre, one of my biggest inspirations. Tim and Eric, just shit you'd see on Adult Swim. But also, I was raised on SNL like from like the early 2000s. So a lot of the Andy Samberg, like the Lonely Island digital short type shit I
Fuck
saw.
yeah.
And my dad actually was the one that introduced that to me. And between old school YouTube, the shit I was, I watched on TV, uh, whether, all that shit up until now has inspired me to make shit of my own, not just YTPMVs, but as many other people know, my main account, which is the same name, I like to do sketch comedy or just sketches. Recently, I've actually been trying to like make different types of videos, but I'll get into that later. I tend to be like my dad and just talk and never shut the fuck up. So
Hey,
I'm gonna put
same. That's all right.
bricks in
That's all
front of
right.
myself.
Yeah, especially yeah. I mean, we all. I feel like everybody who gets to this community has some form of like weird amalgamation of like some sort of like mental. It's not a mental illness, but like autism, ADHD, or something like that. Like you almost have to be like obsessed with this shit to be like into it. Enough to
Yeah,
make it. And like
yeah,
and like that's something that I've always found. Um like solace in around the people around here is like there are a lot of people just similar to me that are just like, holy shit, this is fuck, like I want to make
Yeah.
this, I want to be obsessed about it, you know. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so are would you have to like, I mean, geographically, and you don't have to like delve into too many details, but would that be more like LA based type of deal, or is that like
My
Seattle? I don't even, or New York, or I don't
Yeah,
even
my
fucking
zip
know.
code is 56824. My address is anyway. What?
Well, like so after college, a lot of those jobs are they primarily in LA or New York or where? I
So
actually don't know
I'm
much
an
about it.
I'm an East Coast boy. I don't really like the West Coast. Bang bang bang. Especially in terms of how they price shit there. Shit is fucking expensive, like way more expensive even like compare California to New York. Both are expensive, but California's on a whole other level. So I want to try and stick to even though the city sucks in all honesty, like I don't even like New York, but I know that's where, that's where everything is in terms of entertainment.
Right.
So, you can't expect the work to come to you. You got to go to the work.
Yep.
So, I'd say my goal is to be in New York. But if California is on the table cuz again that's where all the studios are and shit, that's on the West Coast, that's where the entertainment is. If that's also on the table, like if I, for whatever reason, get something that is based, I'd be willing to move because it's all about, like before the interview, it's all about that hustle, the grind.
Fucking
I sound like one
is.
of those fucking Instagram influencers that post, it's about drive, it's about power, you
You
gotta do it, they
you
motivate.
should. Have you
Fucking shit. I hate
okay, okay. Reminding that just reminded me of something that I totally forgot to ask you when we were at MAGFest, which we'll talk about MAGFest later. Is have you
Yes.
considered like having like a TikTok or something and making sketches and shit on there?
That's the dumbest question. Next question.
All right. I was just curious because that's what a lot of fucking people do anymore, you
I
know?
actually, so I talked to someone, in 2018, I did a pre-college program at the college I go to now. It's a program for 3 weeks, where juniors and seniors of high school can go and they can just do like a college thing for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
My instructor was someone who at the time he left now, but at the time he was working for Adult Swim. My instructor, shout outs to my man Ben O'Brien, who worked on his most famous work, well, two of them. He worked on unedited footage of a bear, if you all know that, and
Yeah.
also he worked on Too Many Cooks.
Cool as
And he was
fuck.
my instructor. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was fucking cool. So I kind of have a little man on the inside. I'm essentially doxing my whole life, but that's okay because my life is an open fucking book. Quote Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
But I asked him because it was like around I think September, October of last year when I was sort of trying to find people to talk to in terms of like how can I get interviews, how can I get internships, like where do I go? So he was one of the people I approached, and we had a nice conversation about just how content is being consumed and how it's being made nowadays. Like a
Right.
decade ago, when TikTok wasn't even a fucking thing. Like it was all about, YouTube. But now with TikTok literally taking over Google in terms of its watch time and the
Yeah.
most visitors, it's crazy. And because again, it's also fucking crazy because like growing up with YouTube, it's like wow, like something else. I mean, it's kind of bound to happen, like nothing
Yeah.
lasts forever.
Yeah.
But he basically said like, yeah, TikTok is where everything's going. Including, if you want to sort of get your name out there, that's where everything is. And again, you can't expect the work to come to you. You got to go to there, like what I always say.
Yeah.
So I was considering making shit or TikTok. And I even have a friend, shout out to my man Fishlord, who's actually not TikTok famous, but he has a decent following. I grew up
Yeah.
with him. His real name is Matt, and I went to kindergarten with him, and I've gone to school with him my whole life. But he has a TikTok account. He has like I think 20,000 followers,
Yeah.
and
That's a fair amount. Yeah.
yeah, it's more than fucking what I have on YouTube. So
Yeah.
I asked him like, "Yo, how'd you get how'd you blow up?" And he told me the tips and tricks, and he's like, it's all about just if you want to have people see your shit because like the algorithm is different than YouTube's. So it's sort of like there's different paths you can go on. But the thing about TikTok from when he told me is it sounds easy, but it's a lot harder if you're trying to make your own shit. You know, like fads, it's easier to be recognized because the source material, people already know what it is, so it's easier to grasp onto.
Right.
But if you're making your own original content, like me, like sketch comedy, it's a lot harder because people like what they already know. It's hard for people to get into something new, especially at an older age, unless they are really unless they really see something that captivates them like that, which in
Yeah.
general still is hard to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I was honestly thinking about it and I still might in the future, maybe. It just depends on my schedule because I'm way too fucking busy with schoolwork, and it's
Oh yeah.
only the second week of my second semester, and already I have homework, so it's like I don't have time for this TikTok
Yeah.
shit. Maybe when I graduate, if I have that time to I guess focus, then maybe. But for right now, I'm just gonna stick with good old fashioned YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. And honestly, like TikTok, like more so what I see, because like I don't use TikTok. I just absorb TikToks that either my girlfriend sent or that are like somehow on my Twitter feed. But
Yeah,
the ones that I tend to see aren't so much sketches. They're just like essentially like like the dumbass vines of like a dude getting a
yeah,
trash can thrown at him or something. Like that's more so
yeah,
like what I see anyways. So like,
yeah.
but that isn't to say that that there isn't an audience for it, because like it fucking is crazy how big TikTok has blown up. Like I really did not
Oh
think it
yeah,
was gonna get big. And
yeah. Me neither.
I actually heard something interesting. I don't remember where it was from. It was some podcast I listened to, but they basically said that TikTok is like they're basically planning on like absorbing like all these people's like media, like essentially the media rights, and they're just becoming like a new like media empire per se of
Oh
like
yeah.
music and like creators, and like we control your paycheck while we also get paid,
Yeah.
and
Wasn't there also a thing? I don't mean to cut you off, but wasn't there
no, you're good.
also a thing that I remember hearing about like a while ago about how because TikTok started out as Musically, if
Yeah.
those that remember, but then it became TikTok, and it at first it was like mainly a Chinese app, but then like it became more a worldwide thing, and I think I don't know, I don't remember, I can't give this proper credit, but wasn't it also that someone said that TikTok is like owned by the call me a fucking conspiracy theorist tinfoil hat time, but isn't TikTok owned by like the Chinese and like
Yeah.
every that has an
Yeah.
account is selling their information to the fucking Chinese or something like that.
Yeah, well, I agreed. I'm not 100% certain on it, but it is owned by a Chinese company, yes, and so
Yeah.
with that, raises concerns because of that, because like with Google, there's the FCC, so like Google can
Yeah.
only go so far until the FCC like says like fuck no, we're gonna fine you like this much money, and the EU is also even worse, like
Oh
they'll bang
yeah.
down on it quicker than the FCC will. And
Yeah.
from my understanding, in China, they're just like, I don't really give a shit, just as long as you're making money and paying your taxes,
And
And
that's
yeah,
every business ever for you folks, especially in
yeah,
a capitalist market. But I hate
yeah.
politics. Let's talk about something else.
All right, yeah, we'll talk about something else. So yeah, I guess that brings us to MAGFest, like I mentioned earlier. So you just went to your
Yes.
very first MAGFest
Yes, sir.
2021. Yeah,
Yes,
and
sir.
or
Or
2022,
2022.
excuse me. Excuse me. So
Fucking idiot. You
yeah.
idiot.
Yes, yes, and but so what do you think of the whole experience for being your first one? Did you like do you think it was kind of like all over the place? Did you think it was pretty chill? I don't know. It was a weird one for me.
Yeah, I mean, I only went because I knew people that I know. Shout outs to Dopey, Grunku, Lack, Garuda, M Maker. Oh God, I can't even remember. KP, Hilton, Chase.
Face.
And I think that's it. I think I covered everyone. If I forget you in the Olive Garden group chat, I'm sorry. Dude, I'm tripping on acid right now.
Yeah.
Um, I but yeah, no, it was fun. Like I only went because I knew those guys were going, and also it's literally not that far from me. It was literally from my house. It was like an hour and 2 minute drive from my house.
Damn.
Yeah,
Crazy.
so it was like why not? You know, like if
Yeah.
it's not that far.
Yeah.
So, and I also knew you were going too, Ross, so I
Yeah.
had to see you.
Fuck yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but
So
it was
yeah.
really fun seeing everyone.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what really struck me for the first time because like um when I first went in 2019, yeah,
Yeah.
2019, I knew people, but I didn't really like know them all that closely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
certain people and just like going there and just like meeting everybody and seeing how nice everybody was, just like really opened my eyes and I was like, all right, this is like a
Yeah.
lot cooler. A lot of people get
Yeah.
and
This is cool shit.
yeah, yeah, and it just sucks that like in this year with MAGFest, like there weren't as many opportunities for like an entire group to be like a like insane fucking conglomerate in one person's tiny hotel room. Like as
Yeah.
shitty as like sometimes that is, like that's also some of the most fun at MAGFest is just like 20 people in somebody's hotel room watching fucking EHX night and
Yeah.
singing along to it.
Yeah.
But this year was weird mostly because I actually did things like I was actually like
Yeah.
part of things for the
We're
first
on the
time, which was
panel,
weird.
baby.
I know, yeah, it was weird. I that panel I think like reflecting on it, like I would say it was like pretty good, but it definitely could have been a bit better. But like like every panel needs to be at least a little bit different. I feel like compared to like previous panels, because like everybody's done the panel where like, or I mean like
Yeah.
Gab anyway has done the panel of like, all right, let's play these videos and talk about them.
Yeah.
Watch some video. Like people have done that a lot, and like anybody can do that.
Yeah.
Watch together at home.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but yeah, and then the rave up in the nightclub.
That's right. The
None
funny
of the
rave.
TVs were working, and me and
You had to
Nick.
use the fucking
Oh my
monitor.
god. So
It was so funny.
yeah, for those who don't know, so in the Gaylord at MAGFest, there's like different halls and stuff for MAGFest, and so there's like an actual concert, like two concert halls, and then there's also like a nightcore.
THX Nightcore.
Sorry, nightclub. There's a nightclub on like the roof
And it
up
made me
there.
want to punch my microphone.
All right, wait. You're gonna punch your microphone?
No, I said you because you said nightcore instead of nightclub.
Oh,
You're gonna make me want to
yeah.
punch my phone.
Punch
You're
me,
gonna make me want to punch a
through
hole
the
in a wall, dude.
punch me through the webcam. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
so they have like all these tiny little fucking they have like all these tiny little TVs from like like the late 2000s, like 2009, all across the wall for like visuals and stuff. And they like redid it, but the nightclub didn't renew their subscription to the visuals to like whatever the program that makes it so every single TV has the same thing. So we literally didn't have anything. But before that, what I thought is we were gonna have to have everything on DVDs, because that's the only way that this fucking visual system worked. Is you can't do sync visuals through HDMI, so you have to burn everything on DVDs. So anyway, I spent all this time with Squidward Beats Nick, and we did all that shit. Got there, found out it didn't work. So then somebody went to their grandma's house, got a TV from there, and just put it on the bar, and that's how we had our visuals. And
Shout out to grandma.
yeah, it was so fucking funny. But honestly, like it all worked out great. I did my first DJ set. I did a back-to-back with Nick, which was fun as fuck. I did visuals for Squidward Beats, which should be up soon. But yeah, I hope that it was that it was fun from your perspective.
From my perspective, dude, like I was just I was just fucking standing in the back the whole time. Like it was I like as a short king, It's, when you're in a crowd with a lot of people and you're standing in the back, it's kind of hard to see. But also, I just kind of wanted to like hang with my boys. I don't know why I was feeling very nervous. Part of me wanted to go out and just start going like I just wanted to start doing that shit. But I was so like I want to still be cool. I don't want
Yeah,
these people.
no, I
But
totally get
yeah,
you. Yeah.
I couldn't see I couldn't fucking see anything. But also the crowd, I will say, was standing way too close to the screen. Like even when I tried to move up, I literally had to like go in between people just so I could see the screen like under their fucking armpits because they
Yeah.
were huddling around it like maggots fucking hovering over a carcass. And
Yeah.
it was so just like I don't know. I didn't want to be rude and be like get the fuck out of my way, but
No,
just
I
constantly
get you.
like, I eventually just gave up, and I'm like, I'll just enjoy the tunes. So,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
the way, you're not to be biased, not to get not to get any bonus points here, but your set was the best. Not gonna lie, no bias. Your set was the best.
Did it.
I did like it in all honesty. It was a really bopping fucking good set.
I appreciate it. It was
I
not
think that's the
recorded.
soaroz.
So
Right.
where
You all don't
so
get to see it.
yeah,
You don't get to see it, you idiot.
but me and Nick will probably do some other shit in the future to make up for it. But yeah, I mean that TV situation really did like fuck with everything, and it really did fucking suck that we all had to like huddle around this like it was like a 42-inch TV, like not even a big one either, just like up on a bar. And
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
but
so small.
yeah, but yeah, and then like the arcade was sick as fuck. I was honestly worried that there wasn't gonna be that and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So honestly, like there was like plenty of like really good moments from this MAGFest. I just
Oh
wish
yeah, no.
I didn't sign up for as much. So what was I gonna say? Oh, so you were hanging out with a lot of the people that were part of IWF. And
Yeah.
for those who don't know, the IWF channel, which is the Gachimuchi collab, got taken down from YouTube and the whole channel terminated,
Yeah.
which in part
Yeah.
terminated Torges' account as well. Hashtag free
Fatsu's
Torges.
gone. Fatsu's gone now too. If you know who he
Wait,
is.
who?
Fatsu. Bobby,
Fatsu.
the guy that made, you might know this one considering I guess your source choice. You know the video Bob-omb or it was like I can't even remember the title, but it was Bob on Battlefield with the bet edited, if you know that video.
Oh, really? That
Yeah,
guy?
that guy. Yeah,
Oh.
Fatsu's main channel got taken down literally like I think it was yesterday or the day before, and that sucked because I
Damn.
love that dude's vids. So Gershik
Oof.
is gone, Torges is gone, Fatsu's is gone. Everyone's dropping like flies.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna have to
know.
start privating all my shit, dude.
I know, dude.
Susan just giving everyone the axe. Like
Well,
I don't know what it is.
yeah. And back when YouTube just overnight decided that anything containing 9/11 should be struck down, my alt got taken down, which was an old shared account, so not even all the videos were mine, but a majority of them were private. And within
Yeah.
2 days, it just got like taken down. So I don't know. It seems like it's like where do we go from here? But I don't know. TikTok and YouTube still, or I mean TikTok and Twitter, I suppose.
Imagine,
Still
dude,
exist.
imagine posting a fucking YTPMV on TikTok.
Dude,
That would not work. I'm
I
sorry. I don't think that would work.
I
I
think
don't
it
know.
would. I think it would. I
Are you
see.
serious? Like,
I see. Like meme remixes, like people who make YTPMVs but don't know what a YTPMV is, all the fucking time, all
I
the
guess,
goddamn time. My girlfriend sends them to me all the fucking time.
mm,
So
I guess so.
I think it would work, but not in like the same. It wouldn't be the same. It would be totally different. It would be like like using
It-
like whatever's popular in the 2 week time
yeah,
span that it's
like
popular. You know.
that's what I'm saying. Because the crowds, I would say the crowds, on TikTok are way different than YouTube because YouTube's a website and TikTok is an app.
Yeah.
So already your demographic is going to be different. YouTube, it's for losers like you and us, nerds that shit themselves. They don't shower. We stink. We try to get laid, but we can't, so we resort to robots and cannibalism.
We don't
And
brush our
TikTok,
teeth.
we don't brush our teeth. We're pretty much like England 2.0.
Yeah.
But TikTok is the exact opposite, except they're much younger and they don't know how to. They don't know that Spider-Man is from Marvel. They think that Spider-Man is from Fortnite. Real video I saw, by the way, that pissed me the fuck off. Yeah, dude.
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me.
I just want to say, if you think that would work, then I challenge you. I mean, maybe you have done this. I don't know what you do in your spare time. Try making visuals and not by 16 by 9, but 9 by 16. Try condensing everything into that aspect.
I actually have. Dead ass. Here, I'll show you.
I'm done. This interview's over.
Honestly, more so than that, I've done it in 1 by 1. So like a square aspect ratio. But
oh wow, that's small.
Wait, fuck. I think it could work, but it all revolves around the music choice and the source selections and like in TikTok, people are scrolling so constantly that if you don't get them right in like the first fucking like 2 seconds, then it's just over. It's just over.
Yeah, you gotta like really step up your A game. I mean, you can't, unlike my question at MAGFest, box visuals, you can't do that. That shit ain't cool because y'all didn't even have the confidence to answer that question, which, by the way, I said on purpose to make you all uncomfortable. So you're welcome.
Yeah, what I tell everybody what the question was.
So couldn't think of a question. I wanted to go up and ask a question, but I couldn't think of anything. Like I even DM'd my man Supreme. Shout outs to him. I DM'd him on Discord and was like, "I'm at the panel right now. What should I ask?" And he's like, "Dude, I don't know." So I was like, "Okay, I got it." So I thought of a question that I don't think anyone would else be willing to ask because the answer is so like naturally like, how do you answer this question?
Yeah.
So I thought of the most uncomfortable question to ask, which is, and I directed everyone. I was like, I want all of you to answer this right now. Will box visuals ever be cool? And I stood there staring, and you were all like, sure.
I had no idea what to say to that.
Yeah, but I had
no idea
because of the crowd. I couldn't do that. I couldn't pull a total Eric Andre. So
yeah,
I did ask a question that I in all honesty pandered to the crowd. But at the last second, I remembered that Jab made whatever. I just remembered it. Jab made SMR Here Comes Pac-Man quote unquote collab that he uploaded to Twitter. It was with him, Omni, and I think Nick.
I hope you know that caught Jab so fucking off guard. Jab was not expecting that in the slightest.
I'm glad. That's awesome. Yeah. Hey, the world is so small, at some point, you may think people have forgotten, but Lord knows when I am sitting on top of my golden tower of money, when I'm all hot shit and forget about everyone in here in the chat because you all suck. I'm kidding. But
Welcome.
Even completely like in my, I don't know, let's say I'm in my 30s or 40s and hopefully I'm doing what I want. I'm going to still, keep my, not hopes up, but I'm still going to expect that there's going to be that one person that I'll meet and I'll be like, yeah, you made that one video from 2015. You did John Tron X Chiru Miru. And I'm going to be like, how the fuck did you remember that? Like, I'm waiting.
There's gonna be somebody. I already know it. There was somebody that fuck, what was it? It was like some random URL show stream thing, and I had no part in it whatsoever. I didn't even really know the people that were performing. They were like friends of friends of friends almost. And so I just joined, and somebody DM'd me through Twitch and was like, "Holy shit, I recognize your username. Did you used to have an Angry Bart icon, like the yellow Angry Bird with Bart Simpson?" And I was like, who are you? Do you still do you follow me? Do you know like what I'm doing now? He's just like, oh no, I
Yeah.
just remember seeing you like years ago, and I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. Like
How
the world is so big and so small at the
so
same
fucking
time. And it's
random,
crazy.
so fucking
Yeah.
random.
You
I,
don't expect it, and yet, everything you do counts. Take that into account, boys and girls. If you're
yep,
watching and listening right now, everything you do and say, and especially post on the internet, people will remember. So remember, don't make any bad decisions. This is now officially PSA certified family-friendly stream. So Susan, hit me up.
that is true. That is true. It really is something that's like always stuck with me ever since I started like posting on the internet. Is like this shit really is permanent, and like,
Yep.
it it didn't really fully set in till like I was like 17, 18, and then like past teenager age, and then I was finally like, holy shit, like I probably should be like not posting just random gibberish sometimes,
Yeah.
like not even that it was bad, but yeah, I Torges asked, did you have an anime girl picture without a head? Yes, I went to Wallbase, for those I don't know,
What a nerd.
Wallhaven, Wallbase, I don't know, it's a wallpaper website, and I literally just found like I like searched for like I don't know, I thought it was when I was like 14, 13. I was like 13, yeah. I thought it was unironic, like it was like ironically funny, if because I didn't like anime. I still don't watch anime. If I had just like anime boobs as my profile picture and like no
Oh my
head,
god.
no head. So like it was just like an anime girl's torso of like, and she had like a blue shirt on. No idea what the character is. That's literally all the picture was. And then it was right around that time that Twitter added where when you reply to somebody, it had like a line drawn to their icon, and so it would put the reply underneath that tweet. And that was like right after they added that, and so everybody was just screenshotting that shit because everybody has like their face as like the icon or like a character's face.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's so many fucking pictures of that. I brought it back very briefly in like 2019, but I was like, man, like I can't be doing this
Did
shit. I
did you
can't have,
fucking like
yeah.
did your like 13, 14, horny like self just see boobs on a
No,
fucking
no, not even.
JPEG
I
and
just
was
thought
like,
it was
like
I just thought it was ironically funny because so many people had anime profile pictures, and I was just like,
yeah.
fuck anime, but this would be funny because I didn't really have like a profile picture, and then I the way that the fat Pikachu came about is when I first made my Discord, I was like I don't know what to make my picture, and so I just made it the fat Pikachu, and then I like
Yeah.
gradually started using Discord more, and everybody's like, fat Pikachu really like suits your voice, and I was like, interesting, and then I just like kind of stuck with it, and now I have the
Yeah.
the iteration with the microphone and the cookie cutter that I
Yeah.
made
And
in
it's really
Vegas.
disappointing. It's really disappointing though, because when I met you, I thought you were gonna be like this big fat lord, like Jabba the Hutt from Star Wars, and you're actually this, decent, average, looking guy. I'm like, man, I really wanted him to be like Fat Albert and have the funny walk
Fat
cycle. Like,
Albert.
come on, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I honestly, that should be my next era. I should
yeah.
reinvent myself and just become like Fat Albert mode, just not giving a fuck, going hey
Dude, it's a
hey,
new
scaring
decade. It's a
kids
new
away from.
decade. It's time for a 2022 rebrand.
Mm.
Not your YouTube, but just eat like shit and just like completely like next
That's
YTPMV panel, you go on, you come out like this. Ready? You come out like you're in a wheelchair, like on a mobility scooter.
just very fucking slowly. It's not even catching your breaths through Discord.
Oh man.
That's a,
But the
that's
joke
the
is, well, it's
funniest part.
okay. You just breathe very heavily. You're like, hey guys, it's soaroz. Welcome to the 25th YTPMV panel. Yeah! You're
Everybody's
just-
losing their shit.
Yeah, they're just losing their shit.
Honestly, that's a viable reinvention. I mean, it would catch people's attention. That's for sure. Maybe
There you go.
not.
There you go.
Maybe yeah. I don't know. But I was. gonna ask Twitch chat again. If you have any questions for Joe, feel free to put them in the chat. And you can literally ask him whatever as long as it follows Twitch and YouTube terms of service.
I'm gonna put my phone right up against my mic, so I'm looking at the chat. I haven't been reading it, so I feel like people have been, and we just haven't been reading it. Because I looked back at my phone, and unless they were more directed at you, I don't know.
No, it's just kind of been. Yeah, I've been trying to look, but I haven't caught too much.
What the?
Owen asks, Metablaze can Owen asks, what's your favorite Shirk scan?
My favorite Shirk scan. I don't know. Are we talking? I guess only like are we talking
any.
like only Shirk? Any?
Yeah.
Any Shirk scan?
Yeah, it could even be like the original.
Yeah. Shit.
Room scan is mine.
I would say I'd say a Shurik man. I'd say Shurik scan. That has a soft spot in my heart because that was one of the first Man with 10 Toes YTPMVs I saw. And it actually sounds good. Like even with the fucking Veg replace, it actually sounds good. So yeah, I guess I'd say Shurik scan capital E and then that. Yeah, because of the sample.
Yeah. That's funny that a Shirk scan is your first way of seeing Man with 10 Toes of all things.
It's so weird because like every other source I saw like with the YTPMV of, but with actually wait a second, no, that's actually not true, Ross, because I just remembered the first YTPMV I saw Man with 10 Toes in is a Sticker Brush Symphony video. I forget who it's. I think. Wait a minute. I think it might be Atomic Baby. It might have been Atomic Baby.
Yeah.
It was like a 200 sub special or something, I think it was called in the name. Hold on. Let me look this up. I gotta do this.
Oh, you're good. I'll link it. We can watch it.
Yeah. Oh, God. Was it? I feel like it was, but I don't fully know.
I'll start since we have some questions. Aiden asks, Triforce of Diarrhea. Who are the most important YTPMVers in your opinion? The pillars of the community, if you will.
Oh Jesus!
And everybody's gonna give you a different answer. And mine is
there's no one single answer.
Yeah. Mine is JoeBro, actually.
Oh, that's you're gonna make me cry. I'm gonna have a mental break.
Oh, you got some good vids, yeah. And I would also say I would say for me like Zarlable for sure. I would say you, Aiden. Like when you and DDD the Mudkip were having like soccers and shit, Conway, I really fucking ate that shit up. The Jokers of the world, Phazon and Nate Mango. Shout out Nick. But also like Impossible Carl. Like your chick, meta defining, if you will. So yeah. But who would you say? I can also look for this if you want.
No, I just found it. I'm DMing it to you right now. It was a 2000 sub special, not 200. But I found it. Yeah, and it was by Atomic Baby, so I was right.
Damn.
But the answer for me, I guess it's probably like the same in a way. I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna go down my friends list, or I'm gonna go on my direct messages. I'm gonna go from top to bottom, and I'm gonna name people that I think are the quote unquote pillars of YTPMV. All right, here we go. Soaroz, Chem, Viravax, Dazzy Rock, JM Nerd, Finotaku, I guess if that counts, Torgis, Lenos, Supreme, Blizzy Mez,
Flamingo, Tito, Core, Cake, Grambomb 36, Nate Mango, M Maker, Impossible Carl, Lewis, Jake, Zayak, DWL, Zerlable, Mirror Image, Ray, and Goomba.
Oh no!
I just realized that there's no audio. Holy shit! My bad.
No.
Holy fuck.
List.
Oh my god! Y'all missed the entire list that Joe just said.
Ross, my one episode, my one shot of being on your famous podcast is now ruined.
It's okay. We get edit it out later.
Oh my god.
Oh,
well, I
my
guess
bad.
those people just don't exist anymore. All those people we listed, they don't exist.
Yep.
Sorry.
All right. Well, the list included a lot of people. Say that.
Let's just say everyone in chat so everyone can be happy. You're a pillar of the community. Good job. You deserved it, except for you, Torges. You didn't like. I'm kidding. I love you, Torges.
Yeah. So my bad, my mistake. I apologize.
Ross is censoring.
I did not mean to censor. I just wanted him to only say me and nobody else. That's all. So yeah, we can go ahead and play this now. My mistake. But shout out Atomic Baby. I think who are some of the other people? I mean, like M-Maker, Grunku.
Here's the sample. That's my favorite sample of all time. That's my favorite sample. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
That's a good one. Tor just actually put in a list of his own in the chat, and I kind of agree. He said he's on Omni, Mex, Milkshake, Shylick, and other people similar. That's what he said.
Yeah, agreed. Some of the other questions, we'll just have this playing in the background. Philip Lee X asks, Joe, how do you feel about very newcomers to YTPMV?
Philip, good to see you, my man. Your stuff is great. I would say, how do I feel about newcomers? Is that the question?
Yeah, basically.
Well, sort of going back to what we were talking about, like the very beginning of the podcast. The process, I've seen it's like very different now compared to back then, even though it really wasn't that long ago. I started, technically, I started in 2014, but I usually just say 2015 because that's when I actually started making videos. Yeah. 2014 was when I was just sort of like browsing, but I'd say the process is very different because, like I said earlier, I'll see newcomers that will make stuff that sounds really good and it sounds way better than anything that I made when I first started out. So, I just say, like, it's always cool to see new people come along and whatever style they do, whether it's like quote unquote like VST or whatever other styles there are. I don't know. I don't like to put YTPMV in different styles. I like to see it as all one giant thing with a bunch of different little Easter eggs inside of it. Marginalizing YTPMVs is, I don't know, it's a bit weird to me. But, I'd say whatever you like to do, as long as you're making something cool, even if it's not cool, as long as you're making something that you're happy with, and you would like to share with other people, then good on you, man. It's always cool to see, because even when I was first starting out, there are people that I remember being around that are like not in the community at all these days. And YTPMV and YouTube poop, mainly YTPMV, I can't say for YTP, I never made those. Actually, that's not true. I made a couple for Siva. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot myself. But
old revelation.
Yes, the revelation is that there's many people that come and go. Some stay in the community longer than others. Some stay for a very short amount of time, and it's very interesting to see, like, because I'll talk to someone even who may have joined. In all honesty, like, I'll talk to my man Core about this sometimes. Shout outs to Core. I'll talk to him about, you remember Concha and Apple? I know generic names, but you remember Concha and Apple and all these people, like, I used to talk to on Skype. Like, when I was making the first Man with 10 Toes collab, I was talking to a bunch of people, like, on Skype. And Core really, he joined not too long after I did. Like, he maybe joined, or at least started making videos, to my knowledge, like maybe a year or two after I started making videos. But even that short span of time, I'll say people that I know, and he'll be like, yeah, I have no idea who those people are. So it's crazy. It's crazy to see how big and small the community is at the same time.
Right.
And it's, you know, no matter how long you stay, you know, it's always it's a warm welcome. I mean, every community on the internet has its toxic bad moments, you know. There's always going to be shit. It's kind of like the same thing when you're sitting at the lunch table at school. You have different groups of people, you know. There's the popular
Yep.
girls, the nerds, and the people that like to fuck their fathers. But
Yep.
there's you know, they all go to the same school, you know.
Yeah.
So and internet communities are like that in general. It'll be this big hub of people, but you'll have different like subgroups of people that don't know their circle. I've always tried to know as many people as possible, whether it's just more on the YTP side or on the Automad side and everything in between, because I've seen all different types of content creators, and that's why I know so many people, because, you know, especially at first, I mean, I was still a nervous little shit, you know, talking to people. When I first talked to my man Tris, who I love near and dear to my heart, one of my closest buds, shout out to Viravax.
Yeah.
But I remember being so nervous, like talking to him, because he was this name in this community that I was very new to. And I
Right.
remember being like, "Hi, Mr. Man, do you like my video?" And it, you know, it's the process of just
It's-
finding out that these people are human like us. It's so
Yeah.
refreshing.
Yep.
It's so
Yep.
refreshing.
On
So-
all levels too. Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
really
all
matter.
levels.
Like, people generally are pretty, especially like with this, like everybody realizes like you know, nobody's doing this shit for money. Like you know, people
No.
might be doing other shit for money, but like not this shit. Not anyway.
Never make money off this.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell. There's
No.
no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, we'll go ahead and rapid fire a few. Name
go.
3 of your favorite sources.
Okay, 3 of my favorite sources. Man with Tentos 3, all-time favorite source. Fucking Jesus. Julian Smith. Again, the same samples in that video introduced me to masking. I joined YTPMV because I said this in the first recording we did, but I'll mention it again for those that don't know really quickly. I joined YTPMV because I saw that people were masking with Sony Vegas. I didn't know what Vegas was. I see more YTPMVs with masks. And then I'm like, I'm going to do that. That's why. Anywho, Man with Tentos 3, Julian Smith, the Malk video. And Herd a Bird. Underrated source. I mean, it's, again, a stupid video, but I love it. It's nostalgic for me. Herd a Bird,
fun,
Chicka Chicka. Good source.
Yeah. Good 3 choices. What do you want from McDonald's? Face into chalk ass.
Nothing. McDonald's is bad. I don't like McDonald's. The only thing I'll get is their $1 ice cream, but 9 times out of 10, ice cream machine broke, which is bad.
Yeah.
Ice cream machine always be broke.
You don't even get like their special Coke. Like they have like a special Coke formula.
No, I don't like Ron Roo. I hate it. We hate.
My cat is aggressively meowing at me.
Cool.
Nate Mango asks, what is the worst source? Just the most vile one you could think of.
A worst source. Oh my lord. Oh my god, that's actually like a harder question than what's the best one. Huh. It's a very obviously, everyone will give you a different answer, but in my opinion, what is the worst source? Okay. I'm going to turn this, and maybe it sounds hypocritical, but I'll be sure to carefully word myself. The worst source, okay, is people that source themselves and only themselves. Now, hear me out on this. Hear me out. I consider myself, no one uses this term anymore, but hey, I joined the community when this was still somewhat of a thing. I consider myself a cam whore. No, not the ones on those porn sites. For those of you who are listening to this and don't know what YTPMV is, and for some reason happen to skip all the way to the end at this very time mark, no, not those. Talking about folks who record themselves with video cameras and make the funny sounds. And I made a lot of those. I made a lot of them sources. They're people that first joined the community and told me, like, when they first joined, like, they told me, I know you from your sources and not your videos, which is kind of weird to hear, but it's also a little flattering. But anywho, I don't constantly source myself. I've done it several times. I have, but I made sure to spread it out, but also I like sourcing other stuff too, like shit of my interest, okay? But like every once in a while I'll make a vid with myself because I'm proud of the shit I make. But I'm talking about people that force their own shit, like I don't know, it's
down other people's throats and
yeah,
just like
especially
yeah.
because I've gotten DMs from people who have been like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I don't hate these people. I don't hate these guys. It just grinds my gears a little when I'll get DMs from people who I'll be like, hey, I just made a new source. Please use it. Now, if it happens like once, like every now and then, okay, like that's fine to me. But I've gotten DMs where it's been like not even a month goes by. Dude makes a new source. Hey man, made a new source. Please fucking use it. And I'll see their videos, right? I'll go on their channel. I'm not gonna name drop because I don't like doing that for a negative conversation. But I've seen people that will source like mainly just themselves. It just seems a little narcissistic for me. And again,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not their intent. I'm
Totally
sure it's
agree.
not. But it's like I kind of want to know. I want to know more about your personality. I want to know what you
Yeah.
like, what interests you, what movies do you like, what shows, what just anything other than yourself.
Yeah.
I want to know the person behind the account. But
Yep.
people that source nothing but themselves, that's what the worst source is. That
Yeah.
when they
It's
drag it
pretty.
into the fucking ground.
It's pretty vile in the sense of just like like people really do just like want to like those people just want to like show off, I guess, like their friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird and like like force it down other people's throats. I would say the most vile one for me a lot of the time, I'll think a source is like terrible and vile, and then it'll grow on me. Like when the Mario piss source became like a thing. Oh my god, I fucking hated it. I was like, this is the dumbest shit ever. I don't care about it ever. Like I think this is stupid. It's cringy. And then fuck is
then
that?
it grew on you.
And yeah, then it grew on me. And now I think it's funny as fuck. And one of Omni's videos of Piss, which is a YTPMV using that of Daft Punk Touch. It's just like one of my favorite videos ever. Like all the we done piss. But anyway, Torch's ass, and this might be a good one to end it on, seeing how we're nearing an hour. What would be the biggest achievement in the community for you, Joe?
The biggest achievement in the community. Damn.
There could be multiple parts. Let's say like I don't know. Biggest
you honestly might have to guide me through this question a little bit. In all honesty,
gotcha. We'll start out with like, what is your favorite video, and we can watch it if you. But like favorite video that you made, yeah.
My favorite video, shit. Okay, hold on. Let me go on my channel.
You're good. Take your time.
Well, I'm honestly proud of the fact that I remember starting out YTPMV and seeing videos that used After Effects and thinking I'll never learn that. Even before YTPMV, when I saw fucking Danebo put his face on an orange and get billions of views on YouTube, I'm like, how did he do that? After Effects, my little self was, I'll never learn how to use that program. Yeah. So YTPMV helped me learn how to use After Effects. So thank you, YTPMV.
Yes.
My greatest. Okay, all right. Here's one that I'm actually pretty proud of. That was this year, of course, because we cock dick ballin'. I would say my favorite video that I made is shit. God damn, there's multiple ones. I played it.
One of them.
Okay, all right. I have one. I played it. I played it on stream. People know. Okay, I'm not gonna boast about I can make visuals because I can. But fuck it. Play USA 2. Play that one.
Hell yeah.
That's honestly.
I wondered if that was gonna be the one that you picked.
Yeah.
Let me go to. Here we go.
That one. I'm really proud of this video.
Even
though people told me you should have used Blender for the 3D part. I'm like, I already made it.
Who gives a shit? Yeah. It's fine to use After Effects for 3D shit.
Yeah.
So
starts out simple.
Yeah. When you're like going about this, do you just kind of like, do you have like an idea and then you like go from like essentially like pen to paper and like you make that idea, or do you just kind of do it as you go?
I'll make a quote. I'll take a quote from one of my Q&A videos, and probably the only Q&A video. Actually, no, the second one. Back in 2020, I made a Q&A video, and someone asked a question similar to this in terms of my process. I said two things. For audio, browse mod archive. But no, so I'll make an audio. The audio is the easiest part, obviously, because you just cover the damn thing.
Yeah.
But for visuals, I'll literally just I'll listen to the audio multiple times on end, even if it's annoying me. I'll listen to it while I'm either working. Like I listen to my own audio while I was working at my my part-time job at Highs, which is a convenience store. But during that, I would listen to my shit like on the job and be trying to think of ideas. And when something hits me, it's the fucking, oh my god. I'm the reference man. I make references. That's how my brain works. Where do you get your ideas from? It's from Norm Macdonald Live. May he rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Norm. I love that man. But whatever just comes to me, comes to me. It's like sometimes I'll like storyboard it, like I'll draw it or write it down. But 9 times out of 10, it'll just like stay with me in my head, and like those ideas, it'll just come to me. I'll be like, that's it, and I'll remember it. And the beautiful thing is that even when I listen to the audio again, those same ideas will come back once my brain is like, okay, yeah, like this is what we're gonna do. Even if I don't have the time to make it right then and there, I'll still remember it for later, and I'll just make it. Another a similar thing, similar video that I'm actually really proud of is Never Be Free. Another video that I played on the stream you did. And that was a similar situation where I made the audio and I was like, shit, I don't know what to do. And then I'll just kind of like hear it out. I'll think like, okay, what's like the overall vibe, like / tone or whatever to this audio? Like, what feelings does it make me like? Even like what time of day would I listen to this? Because sometimes I listen to certain bands or songs that only at a certain time of day. I can only listen to Pink Floyd at night. It's weird to say. I can only listen to Pink Floyd at nighttime.
I totally get where you're coming from on that. Yeah. It just not the vibe.
It's not the vibe. Yeah. Well, that's that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'd say that's probably so if that's like one of your favorite videos. Well, and first I wanted to ask, like, in After Effects, do like have you went on, like, do you go searching for like other effects? Do you go searching for other effects, or do you just use like the default one in After Effects mostly?
Well, when I first started, I mean, honestly, when I first started, I was like VST up the ass.
Yeah.
But then I talked to people like my man Lenos. Shout outs to Lenos. Anytime I name drop something, you gotta shout at them. You gotta show respect for the homies. Boys kiss the homies with socks on, even if you're kissing them goodnight. But he told me, he's like, your best bet with After Effects really is to not VST the program up the ass, because you learn. It's the same thing in school. You take the time to learn the basics, and then as you further up, like in math, you start out with addition and subtraction. You excel in grades. You then learn multiplication, division, geometry, algebra. It's sort of similar to After Effects. You really should start with like the default stuff. Even like Dopey even told me, I mean, he uses Blender more now, but he told me like, or Ruffy, not Dopey, Ruffy. Shout outs to Ruffy. Love you, Ruffy. He was like, yeah, use like the main shit, because when doing that, you'll fuck around with it so much so like you kind of get an idea of what does what, and you intertwine those different, not even effects, but just like those different like develop. Yeah. Just the different parts of the program come together, or even like scripts. You start to get a better idea of how shit is made, you know, other than when you apply a VST, you know, I mean, and I I can't really say the same in terms of audio because every time like I make a new I do something with the EQ, I save it as a preset so I can just use it for later and not do it from scratch.
Yeah.
But and it's sort of the same thing for visual VSTs. You just add it. Maybe you'll change a bit of it, but you add it, it does the effect. You don't have to worry about it, and you just move on from it. But I'm starting to use more of just the default shit and trying to like just better that so that way I
Yeah.
can make something more interesting. It's not always about how pretty do the colors look. Sometimes it really is about the content. Great example, Robomi makes his shit in fucking MS Paint and iMovie and uses fucking Logic Pro X. Dude makes insane, yeah, dude makes insane shit. Like I
Yeah.
major props to him. So it doesn't always have to be one way, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's a great example of that.
Yeah, totally. And like it's cool that like so many different people are like developing their own way and shit like that. And like
Yeah.
that's something that and not to go off on a tangent, but that's something that I've discovered with
Oh.
like visuals is basically just like uh you know, if you have like the core ideas of like how different plugins or different tracks or things like that can interact, then that just like blows up the amount of like things that you can do in a program.
Yeah.
Whereas like before, I just felt like that I was like stuck with like opacity and the default Vegas shit. But once I figured that out, and figured out like different blending modes and whatever, then it was like totally like blew that shit up to the roof. So yeah. Shout out Sapphire Effect.
Shout out my mom. I
Shout
love my
out
mom.
Joe's mom, baby.
I love my mom. I thought of an answer actually. It took me time to think,
You're
but I
good.
thought of an actual legit answer for Torges' question.
Okay.
And I'll keep it really, really short, and we can end this whole kit and caboodle. Because I know everyone in the chat wants to leave. They want to go home, play Minecraft. I get it.
Go get the.
Sorry for holding you up. Yeah, the professor has a couple more notes.
Mhm.
My greatest achievement, I'd say, Gorgeous, answer your question. Honestly, my greatest achievement is just sticking around for, the amount of time I have. I mean, I'm still going to be around, so, but
Right.
just being in the community for as long as I have and meeting everyone like that I know and being, I guess, quote unquote, told / quote unquote recognize that I'm a quote unquote triple air quotes a staple / pillar of the community, which at the end of the day is just an opinion, but being told that by people really just you know genuinely makes me really happy because I never like to talk about you know my
Your own
I've always
achievements.
yeah,
and
I've
stuff,
always been
yeah.
self-conscious about talking about myself in a good way, in all honesty, because
Yeah.
when I was young, I was very influenced and / intimidated by people that told me, like even in kindergarten, like, you're bragging. I've been always told, like, you're just bragging, man. Like, stop bragging. And I
Yeah.
never wanted to be seen as someone that, brags and talks like, look, I'm not saying
1000%. Yeah.
exactly. I'm not saying
Yeah.
like I'm great. I'm just saying, it's really cool to be told this by other people.
Yeah. And
And
it's a lot different. It's a lot different when like you have like seen other things like within you've proven yourself basically, that so you like gain the right essentially to
notoriety.
brag. Yeah. But not even just bragging, just like acknowledging your presence and like the
Yeah.
impact that you've had,
Yeah.
and yeah, and
I don't
there's
think
a
anyone else can say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No. Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
was just gonna say, like, even though you're not gonna be making videos, like, I know that like a lot of people will still be watching your old ass, like, in 10 years, your old shit and whatever,
Thanks, man.
and yeah, I'm excited to see where you go from here.
Please subscribe if you haven't already to my main channel, JoeBro. One word, it's the same name. That's my real channel. Please sub if you haven't already. I make the funnies, or at least try to. And I really do hope you show me to all your friends, because this is the shit that I'm legit trying to make it in the industry. So I'm really trying hard with that. So please go there. I've been sitting at 6K since 2016 because 2015, because I won a fucking Jax Films contest. Everyone saw my shit, and PewDiePie commented on my vid. No joke.
Oh, I actually had no idea about that.
If you go to my very first public video on that channel, scroll down, both PewDiePie and again, I'm not trying to fucking brag.
No,
I'm just saying,
it's cool. This is a platform to do that shit, you know?
But, yeah, man. I mean, please go there, watch my shit. That's where I'll be. And also, going off the thing, I'll mention one more thing. I'm really happy because I kept track of all these years. I made a playlist of everyone that has sourced me, whether it's just a vid with me or featuring me. I've been sourced in total at this point. I've been sourced a total of 772 times. So
holy shit. Holy fuck.
I keep track. I've been sourced 772 times by not
I actually
just
had
me,
no idea.
Yeah, but everyone else. And I'm very thankful to everyone that sources me.
Wow.
I'm getting over a cold, so my throat's all
No, you're good. You're good.
Thank you,
That's
everyone.
cool as fuck. Nice. I had no idea about that.
Everyone.
Yeah.
I don't tell people this. I don't, because again, it seems one way, but I keep track. I watch you. I'm like your dad. Wait, no, that's not how I meant. I'm like, let's end the show.
God. All right, we're ending. Thank you. What?
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Get out. That's it. Get Out movie out now. In
do
theaters.
Your fucking ending. Do whatever you got to do. Okay. Do your proper ending.
Okay. I was just gonna say with the podcast, I have some other episodes that I have obligations to other people. So those will be happening, within the next few months. I don't really have a set schedule, but hopefully here in the future we can I can get on a better schedule and stuff. And if you like the show, consider using like your Prime sub on me or whatever. I don't know. Do that if you want. Yeah. And I'll hopefully. I mean, my goal with this show is like just like interviewing cool people and asking them like what's up and going from there. Like it doesn't have to be just about YTPMV. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reboot, and welcome back to more regular episodes after a fucking year and a half. So everybody say good night, Joe, in the chat.
I'm trying to sleep.
Come on, y'all know better. Y'all know better than to wake up Joe. Wait, why can I not make? All right, let me get some. I'll get some lullaby music. Lullaby music for babies.
Well, we get tucked in. Tell me a fucking. Give me a story. Tell me a story, pops.
All right, so long ago, there was a little boy by the name of Joe, and he wished so big and so large, and he wanted it all. He'll get it all eventually in the future. If he tries hard enough.
The gingerbread man.
Okay, and then Joe ran into the gingerbread man and then realized, hey, that's the fucking gingerbread man. And then the gingerbread man pulled out a gat and shot Joe.
Oh! What does this take place in Baltimore? What the hell?
The end. That's it.
All right, we can stream. Get out.
Bye.
Go home.